Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. But and however, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hey! Hey, niece!
Are we actually on now?
We're live. Hey, niece. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. Some of you may recognize... Some of you may recognize Dr. Young. My Facebook.
It's been a minute.
My Facebook people. You see, I have on my Doubt Means Don't hoodie available over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. See how I made it all stylish and stuff with my little
It is quite stylish.
sheepskin jacket.
And it's cold in Atlanta.
Oh, it
Let's
is
talk about it.
chilly. Hey, girl, hey. Alicia's in here.
Oh, yeah, you can see the comments.
Yes,
there.
Alicia's in
Hey,
here.
Tiffany Smith-Bell.
Tiffany Smith-Bell is in
It's
there.
been a minute.
Somebody said, oh, I thought that was Angela Bassett for a minute.
Yeah, right. Thanks for that. Though.
We're going to go ahead and get you signed up for some cataract surgery. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. They said I love her hair. And to think she used to walk around with wigs on all the time. I don't know why you black women be walking around with all these wigs on and y'all have these beautiful manes of hair.
Well, because it was shied upon. Before people told me that it was distracting.
Who told you that? White people?
Yeah. Patients would tell me that. So I was, I didn't feel comfortable until now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
You don't let white people dictate what you're going to
wear.
Okay?
Well, when you need the money, niece.
This is Dr. Young.
It's about your career. You have to have a certain look.
But you weren't working in no administrative office.
No, but it's still. People were expecting you to have a certain, appearance, and so I couldn't wear my hair like this. So I had.
No, you could have.
I could have, but I wore wigs just so I didn't have to have the conversation.
Well, see, this is how you start to educate them.
Well, yeah. Well, now I am. Now I don't care.
That's right.
So it is what it is.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart. Simply Shauna says she knows how you feel.
Thank you, Simply Shauna.
These are my thoughts. I'm not saying that it's right. I just said she agrees. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Nothing wrong with the wig. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the wig. I'm just saying don't feel.
Shout out to Kwamina.
Yeah.
Because he was my wig man.
I'm just saying, you just don't, I don't want you to feel like you can't be who you are because you're worried about white people. Speaking of that, at HBCU, Hampton University, the president is no longer the president. Harvey is gone. President Harvey is gone. But he had a mandate over in the business department, for those that are business majors and who wanted to go off into corporate America. They couldn't wear natural hair in the business department at Hampton. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They couldn't wear locks and braids. Like, he didn't want them wearing that.
No, I didn't.
Because he said he was preparing them.
Hair? Wow. Well, preparing them for the real world.
Yeah, but I feel like you shouldn't have to shrink as a black person. You should be able to wear your hair.
Back in those days, we had to.
Back in those days, I'm not old. Like, what are you trying to say?
40 but now? Over the hill? Aren't you closer to 50?
What hill? No, I'm closer to 47.
You're closer to 50.
No, I'm closer to 47.
Okay. But I'm just saying, years before, we couldn't have our hair natural like this. I don't know when the revolutions changed, but now, we can be free. So I'm happy to be free. Hello, people. Hi, Alicia Wells.
Okay, don't give her too much.
Okay. I miss Alicia. Put him together.
Right.
I like that.
Over the hill. Got a lot of nerve. Come on, Doubt Means Don't. Oh, where my purple one? Oh, I already put it in the bedroom.
What's that?
I got another one.
A purple what? Oh, you talking about your sweater?
Yeah, I ordered a different one too.
Okay. Now you guys know I don't like to do this. This is
I
Craig's.
almost put
This is
this on
Craig's
there.
stuff. I'm not a speaker. I'm a listener.
I almost wore this purple one. Yes.
I like that one.
Yes. Black Man Healing. Available over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. We have one that says
Here.
Black Woman Healing
Okay,
also.
can I just do that?
Yeah, we have one that says Black Woman Healing as
Okay,
well.
where's the black woman healing one?
Well, I'm not a black woman, so I didn't
Do
order
you
that
have
one.
one? You don't have one here for me to just showcase.
No. It's online. This is not a warehouse. This is not a warehouse. But when we
Gotcha, sorry.
when Tasha came over, she said, "What is all of this stuff over here?" You guys that are on Patreon, you saw around the corner. We got all of our stuff for our homeless giveaway right here. Oh, I can't wait for next Saturday so we can start getting this stuff out of my dining room. But anyway, it's taken you almost 5 years to do this live, right? And then she didn't want to do it tonight. I'm like, are we really about to get on here? Can we not get on here? I said, no, we getting on here.
I don't want to. I'm not a speaker. This is your thing.
So at any rate, Dr. Young has a greeting card business, and even though I have said in the card, I believe there's enough to go around. Amen. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that's afraid to share. Amen.
Amen.
See, some people don't like to do that. That's
I
why
appreciate you.
That's why Tyler Perry didn't work with me because he didn't want to share. Oh, okay, but we're not talking
We're
about
not
that right now.
gonna talk about that.
We're talking about
We're
something
moving
else.
on.
We're
We're
talking about
moving
greeting cards.
We're moving on. Yes.
So Dr. Young has her greeting card business. Hers are handmade, handcrafted. She sent me several of them. I save all of them. They're not out here now. Yeah, they're in the box in my closet. Well, I don't just save yours. I save every card that somebody gives me.
Oh, not just mine?
No. I save every card.
Mine on top of everybody else's?
Well, yeah, because they just came recently. But not because I put them on the top.
Okay.
Because yours
Are they handmade like mine?
Yours are the only handmade ones in
I'm
there.
just checking.
So she does them for like all occasions.
Any occasion, yeah.
Now, how does somebody get in touch with you? Through Etsy?
Through Etsy or through my email or through Facebook, my Facebook page.
Now, what's on Etsy? How do they find you on Etsy? Because I'm not familiar with Etsy.
Etsy is, I think it's Purposeful Cards.
She don't even know the name of her.
Because people don't really go there. Most people contact me directly. I'm still trying to get it off.
Well,
I do medicine most of the time, so it's kind of.
She's a podiatrist, so those of you with them
Yeah.
crunchy ass feet,
So I do. That's my day job. My
them
night
crunchy
job is
ass,
my
gnarled
cards.
up ass
Yeah.
feet and knuckles and corns and bunions,
Hammer
and
toes.
calluses,
Yes, and ulcers and
ulcers.
yeah, people have ulcers on their toes.
I didn't know they were called ulcers.
Yeah, that's a technical term, an ulcer.
Really?
Yeah. Mhm. So yeah, I do that too. Yes, Purposeful Cards. Yes.
Purposeful cards. Okay. And so, but they're really good. I don't think you charge enough for your cards, though. I told you that.
You don't think I
Mm-mm.
well, see, I don't know what to charge. I mean, because I enjoy.
I mean, it's
making
good
them
that you
so
start
much.
the way
Yeah.
that you do now, and then as you grow, then you'll know, But like them handmade cards that I see, those cards that be all nice and thick, and they got all this décolleté and shit all on the front of it, and they'll be blank on the inside because it's one of those cards for you to fill in what you want to fill in. I remember those cards would be like $12 and $13, $15 a card.
I mean, the reason why I started making them was because I got so tired of going to the store. These cards are like $8 for what? What am I paying $8 for? They were
Right. Now, see, if you go over to sayitindthecard.com, they're $4.95.
Right. Or you can go there for $4.95. Pre-made.
But see, some people say, like my mother, she'd be like, $4.95. That when I first started Say It in the Car, she was like, that's too expensive. $5 for a car. She said, I'm going right to the dollar store. I said, well, you go right to the dollar store because they ain't got the messaging that I got.
They don't. No.
Okay, so you go in there with the little cheap ass.
And then the design is kind of cheesy. It's like,
See, somebody said handmade cards start at like $20.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, it'd be expensive.
$20? I was thinking 10. Oh. I might put the doctor to the side. Okay.
Somebody said, what do you do for hammer toes?
Well, it depends. Hammer toes can be surgically corrected. They can be conservatively corrected. It just depends on, how far
Gone.
Yeah.
Your
how
feet are.
contracted the digit is. If it's flexible or if it's rigid.
Explain the digit. You know, we got people.
Well,
in
these
the
are called
section.
these are called digits. We call these digits. The toes are called digits.
The little pieces, in, you know, the in between.
The actual toe is a digit.
Mm-hmm.
So depends on if it's like a flexible, if it's contracted, if it's curled. You know, if it's curled, it has to be surgically corrected. But sometimes orthotics and strapping and taping can, you know, straighten out the toes.
So now someone said, what can we do for the winter months? Well, for one, lotion them.
For what? For the hammer toes in the winter months?
I guess the feet. You talking about the feet, Sarah? For one,
well, in the winter months, I usually recommend people use Aquaphor or Eucerin. They're a really good emollient for the feet. They really saturate the skin, penetrate. So I usually recommend that.
And see, she didn't even want to talk about feet.
I didn't.
She didn't. And see, they didn't. But see, the people will tell you what they want to talk about. The people will tell you what they want to talk about.
Let's talk about
They want to talk about feet because we got some people here with some crusty feet.
Okay.
Them hard feet. We got some people in here walking around with some orthopedic shoes.
Phalanx. Somebody said phalanx. Yes, it's called a phalanx. Actually,
said
that.
Mariah.
Yes.
Come on, what is that?
That's the actual digit. It's called a phalanx. Each digit is called a phalanx.
Okay.
Yeah.
Each section of the toe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna. So you said you were gonna do something for your mom and your dad. You were gonna do something around.
Oh, my mom has flat feet, so she really does need a custom-made orthotic. So I didn't bring this up to make the custom-made orthotic. So I'm gonna do a strapping on her foot that she can take on and off, and it will keep.
So the strap, you're gonna do it with like a
special kind of tape. No, it's a special kind of tape, and then I do a special kind of felt pad to kind of lift up the arch, and then she slides it on and off.
Carlton got a flat foot. You think you can do his for you later?
Yeah, I don't have the stuff, but yeah, we can go to the CVS.
Right, he got a flat foot.
Yeah. I can hook Carlton up.
Right.
Because I have to meet Carlton first. Then
I know. Carlton has an event.
I was supposed to be here to meet Carlton, but where is the man?
He has an event. He literally just sent me photos of the setup.
When I say that man is talented.
He had to pick up these live trees. So this is where he is now. So he's not gonna be done until he just had lunch. He and Portia, because Portia's helping him. But yeah, he ain't be done until tonight.
Somebody got black toes.
Child got these wide country black barefoot plantation feet. Okay.
I'm sure they can be helped.
Somebody has black toes. Oh, black toenails.
Oh, black toenails.
What causes that?
Oh, that's fungus. Usually that's from fungus. And there's no cure for fungus. No.
You what?
There's no cure for it. I mean, they have products out there.
You mean if you get a fungus from the toenail place, from the nail place?
Yes, there is no cure. I mean, it can get better, it can improve, but you know, after you use the treatment and medication, it comes right back. There's no cure.
So you mean to tell me you can't put Vicks Vapor Rub on it?
Vicks does not. It softens up the nail. It does not take away the fungus. It makes the nail more, pliable. You can, manage it better. Yeah, but it's not going to remove the fungus. No, it's not going to do that. So they have Lamisil, they have Sporanox, they have all these other oral treatments.
So you mean to tell me there's a girl right now using Lamisil and her liver is at risk and it ain't going to go nowhere? Because the Lamisil is supposed to work from the inside out.
Yeah, it's metabolized through the liver, and then you take it for 3 months, but it doesn't cure it. So it may clear it up, but there's a chance that you can still get it back. You can still get fungus, reinfected. It's real. Don't worry about it. I mean,
Let me explain something to you.
It's not as important as people think it is.
Those of you that, yeah, it is. Because I don't want to look down to the end of the bed and you got some black ass toes.
Oh, it's called cover with polish. I mean, and they do have some nail polishes that have antifungal medicine in it. So I do recommend people use that if they're, pressed.
So black toenails is fungus?
Yes. 9 times out of 10 is fungus. Sometimes it can be mold, yeast.
What's baby, this is turned into the doctor hour. We weren't even supposed to be on here talking about feet. Okay, listen. So Lakeisha says, what's Dr. Young's recommendation on nail salons? Don't do it. But you have told me, we've talked about this before.
Take your own instruments, number one.
We did a live several years ago about this. We were driving around in the car. But so it's out there on my YouTube channel somewhere. But go ahead. You talked about
take your own instruments. I would make sure that they have an actual filter in the actual basin that you're soaking your feet in. Because technically, I mean, when I used to have a foot basin for my patients to come in to soak their feet, when I would do that, It literally takes about 15 minutes to clean in between patients
The
thoroughly
tub.
clean that out.
So when y'all go to these nail salons and,
and
they do
be
that,
like,
that little spray
next person,
and they wipe
that's
it.
not good enough.
Because I've made them people. I'd be like, no, you need to wipe
You
this
can get
again.
a dry pedicure where they don't soak your feet and they just cut and trim. You know.
But if they're using infected.
That's why you take your instruments.
Oh no, ma'am, you're not going to use those. Here,
No,
I got my own.
Here you are. And thank you.
But you know, this is why you have to be clear about who you are. When you got to know your name, you can't be shy and scared to say anything. Excuse me, because you know, like I've been in the salon before, and I'm like, can you clean this again? And people looking around at you like, who do you think he is? I don't give a fuck about y'all. These are my toes.
Right. Because people do get nail fungus, they get warts, they get all kind of real bad skin infections from going to the
But now most places use like the lining.
They do.
They use the lining. So
but I mean, sometimes the water isn't filtered. So you get the water from the tap. That's like drinking, you know, it still has bacteria, fungus, all that stuff.
So wait a minute now.
So they need to have a filter. The water needs to be filtered.
I can't take it. So now you're saying the water got to be filtered?
They have certain foot basins that have filtered water. So you need to check.
You know these people.
And they probably are not. So it's like soaking your
that.
feet in, like, you know,
creek water.
Well, yeah.
So what, you got to take bottles of Fiji water in there now and pour it in the basin?
Well, you need to check before you or do a dry pedicure.
Well, who wants a dry pedicure?
And don't cut the cuticle. Can I just say that?
Oh yeah, she always talks about you
Please
shouldn't
don't
cut
do
your
that.
cuticle.
No.
And your fingers too?
Well, the fingers, you wash your hands so readily, it's not as bad. But when you cut the cuticle around your nails, your toenails, you don't wash your feet. So it does, I mean, that's a natural barrier to protect you from all the outside elements. You cut that away, it's like, you know.
So the purpose of the cuticle is?
To keep external bacteria and germs from getting underneath your nail, and that's how they enter.
All right, here's another question. Dr. Young, my mom had chemo and hasn't gotten the full feeling back in her feet. She said it feels like she's walking on rocks. Do you have any suggestions or something that she can rub on her feet?
No, it comes from chemo. That's a side effect. No.
So there's nothing. What about like a CBD cream? No.
Yeah. The nerve regenerating takes a while. So once you lose that sensation, it's kind of hard to get that back. They can regenerate, but usually they don't. I hate to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
So it may not come back.
Yeah, it usually takes a while if they do come back.
Oh wow. Let me see. Pedicures with City Punch.
What is it?
City Punch is the water right off the faucet. You know I used to say that all the time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You want some City Punch? Because you can't have none of my Fiji. Okay. Chemo is awful, yes.
Yeah. And it does make your nails more fungal. So people do go through that. They lose their toenails from
chemo.
Yeah.
And so chemo can cause you to be more prone to fungus? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, it weakens your immune system, so you're susceptible to stuff.
Right. So what about laser treatments?
Laser treatments work.
What laser treatments for pedicure?
For the fungus. I've done them. They do a better job than the orals and the topicals. But again, there is no cure, so it clears it up. Most insurance companies don't pay for it.
So you got to dig in your purse.
Yeah, it's about $1,000, $1,500 for that. It will clear it up. Sometimes it can be painful because it is a laser. It is.
The laser can be painful.
It's hot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, it
yeah.
is hot, and it's right there on your skin, around your toes. Dr. Young's office is in Maryland. She lives in Maryland. She's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
She's visiting her parents, but her office is in Maryland. What is
that?
And
I really want to move away from podiatry. It's not the same anymore. Healthcare is not the same.
Yes, these are paid consultation questions. You better get them in now.
Right.
You better get them in now. Look, at my mother, you'd be like, can you call Dr. Young and ask her such, girl?
I'll do anything from Miss Gladys.
Now, the last time when you came in town, my mother was still here. And you ordered her something. Oh, because my mother had just had her toenail removed.
Yes.
And she referred me to the podiatrist that we went to, that I took my mom to.
They went to school with me.
Right. And so what's that thing you ordered?
A toe cap.
It's a toe cap so that her toe with the removed nail wasn't rubbing on the inside of it.
Yeah. Did
inside
mom
of the
ever
shoe.
use it?
Next question.
Okay.
You know,
Go check on mom later.
Where in Maryland is your practice? Is that Bethesda?
In Bethesda.
Bethesda. But yeah, no, you know, she don't pay. She don't be doing what she's supposed to do. She's still eating
And
shit.
most people don't. I mean,
Right.
I get it.
She's still. Oh, you do?
I mean, I understand. The feet are the last thing that people worry about until they start hurting.
Well, we ain't just talking about the feet with Gladys. Gladys don't pay it. She don't listen.
But the last thing she's worried about is that toenail. Okay. You and I are worried about the toenail. I'm sure the toe is fine. Okay. Oh, yes, we have a black governor. Yes, Wes Moore.
And we still stuck with that sorry ass Kemp.
Yeah, how did y'all do that?
Child.
I really thought Stacey Abrams was going to pull it out.
I didn't.
I'm really upset.
I was hopeful. But I didn't think she was going to win. But I would have never said that on here prior to.
Oh.
But I know I was hopeful, but I didn't think she was going to win.
So what do you think the reason was that she wasn't going to win?
Because Atlanta is black, Georgia is white.
Well, this is true.
There's a distinction.
Now, did she lose by great amounts, or was it a close
I don't
race?
know. I didn't even look at the because I didn't care. Because I once she lost, it was just saying yeah.
Yeah.
But then here's the other thing. I don't understand how in the hell did Herschel Walker get so close to Warnock. That just lets you know white people don't care. They don't give a damn who's in that office. They just want.
They want a puppet in there.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the man is a disgrace, actually. And why did they have two? Was it by design to have two black men against each other? Was that the whole thing?
First of all, ain't nobody know Herschel Walker was even going to be.
Well, do we want to get into politics?
With his dumb ass.
Well, yes. And DeSantis in Florida, yeah, Florida's pretty bad too.
It's sad.
Who's
It really
Tracy?
is. Tracy. Where
Is
you?
that Tracy? No. I need my glasses on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought Tracy was gonna win. Who is? Oh, I think she's trying to say Stacy.
Oh.
You mean Stacy Needs? Okay,
Oh,
John.
44%?
56 to 44%. Wow. By 400,000 votes.
What? Really? You didn't get out there and help campaign?
I was talking about it long before the thing. Listen, my friend Scott's birthday is back in June. I talked about it on my Patreon. I talked about it on my live. Instead of birthday gifts, he wanted everybody to donate to her campaign. So when we went over to his house, he had the laptop set up and we all made donations. I was talking about it from then. And I've kept telling people, make sure you register to vote, get out there and vote. If you ain't voting for Stacey Abrams, stay your ass home. I was saying all of that. But, people going to do what they want to do.
I don't know. It's pretty sad.
People going to do what they want to do.
Somebody say you did. What else did you did do that?
Craig, do you have any busted friends? Apparently not. They sent all my friends are pretty or handsome.
Well, thank you. I had to get my face on.
You ain't putting no makeup
I
on.
know.
She don't have no makeup on.
I need something on. I look plain. Look at that.
And I was hoping for Gary Chambers down in Louisiana.
No, who I was really upset about was Marcus Flowers.
What state is that?
Here. He was against.
He's here?
Yeah, he's against that crazy one. Taylor Green girl.
Wait a minute. Marcus Flowers.
Isn't that his name? I think that was his name.
I don't even
Marcus
remember saying that
Flowers.
on the ballot now.
Well, he might have been in your district.
Oh, he may, yeah. Well, let me see. Marcus Flowers. Who was Marcus Flowers, y'all?
Oh, somebody thought was a dermatologist? No. I would like that. Actually, played a nice job, actually. Popping pimples. You ever watch that show,
Listen,
My Achy Feet or whatever it's
Carlton
called?
and I send each other videos on
It
TikTok.
actually has some
People-
truth there. So if people really want to follow that show, I've seen a couple of episodes. It's actually honest information.
We send each other videos of popping pimples and shit. Oh,
Yeah.
that shit is so disgusting.
It actually.
Marcus Flowers. He must not be in my district.
We'll see.
What he done with this cowboy hat on?
Yeah, he was like, I mean, he was, like a Southern man. Country.
Hit the like button, please. Hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button.
California, I'm legit.
Yeah, California is another one. And yeah, I don't know who this is. This Marcus Flowers person.
So you didn't know about him?
No.
Well, I forgot that she was running at one point. Somebody told me that she won. I'm like,
Oh
I
shit.
can't. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, Marjorie Taylor.
Yeah, the crazy one that you guys have there. Y'all need to do better down here in Georgia.
Hey, Anthony. Gary Chambers went viral for getting the school board together.
Now who is that? Here? Somebody
down
here?
in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
And it's so sad because there were so many eligible Black voters that were registered, and less than 10% of the ones that were registered voted. It's disgusting. I mean, disgusting.
Well, what is the problem? What is the disconnect? There's got to be a
I don't
disconnect.
know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. So anyway, so Dr. Young and I were talking about TV shows that we're watching. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start watching
The Crown.
The Crown. Carlton has been trying to get me to watch The Crown since I've known him. So I think I am going to start trying to watch The Crown because I saw like a preview, and I said this to him the other day. When I turned on Netflix, I almost wanted to look at it, but there was this current season. So I'm going to go back to the first season.
Yeah.
And then she, of course, said that I need to watch The Handmaid's Tale, which also
absolutely.
Carlton has been trying to get me to watch since day one.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start watching those. The Crown is excellent.
Yes, The Crown is excellent. It starts off a little slow, but it's excellent. It's worth the watch.
Paid for Your Say is $200. The promo code is Craig200. What did I just do?
There's so much that goes behind this stuff.
Yeah, so it's Craig200. There it is, scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
Oh,
I saw The Good Nurse. Oh, wait.
The Good?
No, I'm thinking about Nurse Jackie. That's old.
Oh, The Good
show.
Nurse is good too.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching The Crown.
Let me tell you, that Crown is good, especially now since you can see how particular they are about the Crown, and how you can understand how Meghan had to get out of that.
Yeah, but what about in terms of like Diana, Princess
And her
Diana?
too. I haven't gotten to that episode yet, but I mean, I can see how. I mean, even what was the uncle's name? Elizabeth's uncle's name. I forget what his name. I think his name was David or something like that. He had married or wanted to marry.
I don't keep up with them white people. Go ahead.
He had married or wanted to marry this lady that had been divorced 3 times. And they were like, absolutely not. You're going to have to, give over your kingship if you want to marry this woman, because we can't have her in this, royalty.
Are they speaking with British accents?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good to watch. It's really informative. I like it.
I hope it's good now, because I don't like wasting my time.
No. But I mean, I think she fell into that role really well. Queen Elizabeth did.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will tell you that I have been watching American Horror Story this current season. I am in love with this current season. Now, I have not really watched previous seasons. I did watch the previous season with Kathy Bates when they were in like that hotel or something like that. So I did see that season. That was it. But this season, like I was telling you earlier, it's like there are two stories within the story. So there's this story about HIV/AIDS that's surfacing, because this current season is set in New York City between 1979 and 1981. In 1981 is around the time that AIDS started to. Yeah. And then I think 82 is the year that they actually had a name for it.
Yeah, okay.
But at any rate, and so in this season, they're showing like these lesions that are popping up on different gay men. Not even just gay men, it's popping up on people, period. But mostly gay men. And then they're showing like there's a killer that's going around killing only gay men. So those are these two stories that are happening concurrently. It's so good. Like, it's such a good show. But anyway, so that's what I'm watching currently. And I did finish from scratch, which I was telling Dr. Young about. This season, Randy said American Horror Story is the best show he's ever seen.
Oh, really? I've never seen it.
I'm telling you, it's good.
I watch too many. I can't keep up with the stories. I flip between different things.
All I know is when Outspoken comes, y'all better make time to watch Outspoken.
Yes, we will be watching Outspoken in between Housewives. That's my guilty pleasure. I hate to say.
You watch which one? The Potomac one?
I watched Potomac. I recently got into Beverly Hills. I had never watched that one before, and I watched that now because of Garcelle, which is amazing. She's amazing. Of course, Potomac because it's up there near me. Atlanta, of course, because that's home. And I also watched Dubai.
Well, shit, you watch all of them except for New York.
No, I don't watch New York. I don't watch Salt Lake City. I think.
Well, who watches Salt Lake City except for the people that live in Salt Lake City?
There was one in Texas, wasn't there? Dallas.
I don't know.
Well, those are the ones I do watch.
Well, it sounds like you only watch that you're only not watching too. She made it seem like she.
So I watch that. I don't watch a whole lot of television.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But the TV that I do watch.
But The Handmaids, the Hair Tales. I haven't seen that. I wanted to see that actually.
What's it called?
The Hair Tales on OWN.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
I had started. Oh, you know what? I need to catch up tonight. I had started watching.
Is that good?
It is good.
Now, do they talk about how our hair?
They talk about the trauma that a lot of young girls or women experience, the journey of hair, and all of the history behind hair. They talk about how the cosmetology industry opened up for Black women because there was no one to do Black hair, and how it created so many careers, and that was how a lot of Black women were able to make a living and provide for their families.
Right.
So they give you the history behind it as well. But it's executive produced by Oprah and Tracy Ellis Ross. So I saw like the first episode in its entirety, and I started the second episode, but I didn't finish it. So I need to go watch the second episode and catch up to where they are now.
Okay.
But no, it's good. It's on OWN.
Okay, that's.
But it is interesting though. Issa Rae is on the second episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first one is focused on Oprah and her hair journey.
Well, of course. And she has a hair journey.
She talked about when she lived in Baltimore and how her hair went bald because they took her to New York to do some fancy hair place because they didn't like the way her hair was on the show. And her hair fell all out. And she started going to this barbershop. My father swears it's the barbershop he used to go to. I believe it is, but.
Okay. It fell out?
Completely. And that's when she started wearing the afro when it started coming back, when it started growing back.
Wow. Okay, that's a good one to watch.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
But I mean, she talks about as a child, how Black girls are taught you shouldn't cut your hair and, just all of that kind of stuff. Right. It's interesting. It really is interesting. And then it's like but it's also like, I guess like psychologists and other thinkers on the show talking about like historical things like going back to slavery and Madam C.J. Walker, and so it's not them just random women just talking about their hair.
Okay.
Like it's really interesting. They need to talk about perms and how Black women's reproductive organs are damaged from the chemicals. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, those perms were a killer.
Yeah. Yeah, she went to some French salon in New York, Oprah.
Oh.
And he told her to leave the perm on for a while or relax or whatever it was. And she kept saying, no, it's burning. And when they finally started washing, it was just coming out in chunks.
That reminds me of that when Denzel Washington did Michael Metz.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the perm on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that. With billions in the wig industry, that's interesting. Someone made a doc on natural hair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I will say in DC and Maryland, a lot of people now have natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the women, most Black women now are wearing locks or braids or.
Did you know Will Kim is Asian? He's Korean. He said, did you know some Asian people use straight perms? I did not know that. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know.
What?
Well, wait. Not a perm, because perm makes it curly, right? It's a relaxer.
Well, for Caucasians, it makes it curly. It makes theirs curly.
It makes theirs curly. But y'all not using perms. Y'all using relaxers.
Well, I used to always call it perm. But
I know, but it is relaxer.
Yeah, they call it relaxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take these
Someone's
sneakers.
taking his shoes off, getting comfortable at home.
I had to take my
Do
sneakers
you have a
off.
bunion?
I do not. And then Carlton got some.
She'll tell you business. Let's check out your toenails.
I don't know if I put any cream on my feet.
Oh, you need some Eucerin. Oh, you have nice feet, actually, Craig.
Thank you.
You actually do.
Mhm.
They're a little flat.
My feet.
They are. They're flat.
What can you wrap me a thing on?
Sure.
What we got to get from CVS?
It's little flat.
How I got to keep it on my feet?
You need an orthotic. Next time you come to Maryland, I'll make you an orthotic. Okay, how about that? That's what you really need. Look, you got protrusion here and everything.
Where?
It's flat.
I thought that was my lower arch.
No, you don't have one.
Now Carlton's feet flat as hell. Like his feet, they ache sometimes because his feet is like if he has on shoes.
What
Or
kind of
like-
shoes is he wearing? Flexible, flimsy shoes that he shouldn't be
Child,
wearing?
he's staying some Converse.
Oh, that's the worst thing.
Right.
They keep me in business. Okay.
Mhm.
Craig has nice feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody told me years ago, this guy, I had on some sandals, and this guy said,
You don't have nail fungus or anything.
I better the fuck now.
Impressive.
That's right.
Just flat.
I don't.
And the second toe is supposed to be longer, just so you know. People always ask me that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Converse are the worst. They are.
Yes.
Those and the dang on Crocs. Those are another ones that are awful.
Crocs. Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, this guy told me years ago, he said,
Oh, they want to see your feet.
no. He was like,
Can I move?
no. He was like, I'll show y'all on Patreon. He was like, oh, your feet. He said, oh, I would love to suck your toes.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I was like,
I
sir,
don't know if they look
stranger.
suckable, but
Girl, when I get out the shower and I put these cream on my feet,
Well, why do you have this ridge here?
on my toenail.
Yeah, did this
I
one
don't
fall,
know.
Did this one fall
It's
off?
like, no, it's like that on this one too.
Oh.
I don't know why.
You usually get that when your toenail falls off and a new one grows
It's a
in.
ridge in my second.
Actually, you have two ridges. There's one there.
Uh-huh.
Now I need to wash my hands. Okay, what's next?
I ain't got no fungus, but you still should wash your hands. Why do they call high instep a rich man's foot?
I don't know.
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, I never knew that's what they call it.
They said, what's wrong with Crocs? We just told you, niece, they're bad for your
too
feet.
flimsy. They're too flimsy.
We gotta, she said, don't put me out of business. She pimps the Crocs. Let me show you the one she did for my
Oh.
mom. She did
Well, I
something-
mean, they're good for certain occasions. So if you're going to the beach or you're, gardening or whatever, but not walking around every day.
she did something for my mom.
Oh, those are nice, actually.
And she did something for Nan. Nans are
Now,
like,
my daughters wear
Nans are
Crocs,
like
but I
pink.
put orthotics in their Crocs.
says Balenciaga on
Well,
them.
those are nice, actually.
Mhm. Pimp my Crocs. Really, I work in Crocs every day.
Okay.
Oh,
Somebody said Crocs are trash. Yeah, that's
you know what?
pretty much.
But yeah, so what were we talking about? But yeah, I've never been to a podiatrist.
Oh. So you never had your foot x-rayed?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is it important to have your feet x-rayed?
I mean, you don't have to. You've never had any problems. So I wouldn't think that would be unusual. But you have flat feet. You definitely need an orthotic or something. So we'll talk about that later.
Are your feet flat?
No. But I wear an orthotic still.
How often do you wear it? Should I wear it?
Every day.
You should wear it every day in your shoe.
Yeah, while you're walking to maintain your arch. So that all your joints are in optimum position.
So
So
it
they're
put-
functioning fully.
So you put it in the shoe.
Sometimes you can take the inlay out and put the orthotic in there. And they come in different lengths and sizes. And yeah.
So I would use the same one and I would just transfer them to shoe to shoe.
Yeah. Easy.
So what would be a good type of shoe to wear in general? A Rockport? Y'all remember Rockports?
Well, the best shoe is an athletic shoe, like a sneaker. So I usually recommend like New Balance or Brooks, which are old school, but they're the best shoe to wear.
Brooks.
Brooks.
Let me see what they look like.
They're awful, but they have enough space. They have good shock absorption, room for your toes, arch supports. They're like good.
What does it mean when your toenails constantly split? Probably ain't got enough.
Well, sometimes it's due to your diet intake, and then sometimes it also can be due to from fungus or yeast or mold can kind of cause a nail to.
Yeast or mold?
Yeah, people get yeast and mold in their toenails as well.
They saying Brooks are the best. Oh, these some ugly shoes.
They're awful, but by this you're looking for function.
These are the.
Yes, you're not looking for fashion. They're not going to be fashion shoes.
Well, let me get back over to New Balance. I ain't wearing no New Balance either.
New Balance is a DC thing. I remember going to Hampton and thinking like, what are these in shoes? And I never knew them until I got to Hampton.
What are these? What shoes?
In shoes.
In.
Because they had the bit in on the side.
Yeah, it had the little NB.
No, it was no N.
It was just the N.
It was just the N.
Right.
And I'm from Atlanta, so it was
And at the time, all she knew was Don West and Learners. And then when she became a doctor, she's all in Chanel and.
Well, you step up a little bit.
She's all in Chanel and David Yurman and all of the places, but she was a learner girl at Hampton.
I was.
You couldn't tell her nothing.
And limited.
And the limited.
And that was when I was splurging.
Couldn't tell her nothing, niece.
I was splurging with the limited. Heck, they used to have tall pants. It was hard to find pants in the tall,
Oh.
I had long legs. So.
At Coliseum Mall over there in
Yes.
Hampton.
Yes.
In Hampton. Okay, so
The 990s are actually really good.
what's that?
The New Balance shoes, the 990s.
Oh, that's what they are?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. But no, I do like New Balance. I haven't owned any ever.
But I think they're
Okay.
Republican actually, but that's beside
They
the point.
are?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they have some political issues, but they are.
Well, so is Chick-fil-A, and y'all still eat that shit.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A.
I'm in there.
Oh. I do dibble and dabble in Hobby Lobby.
They're Republican?
Hobby Lobby? Yes.
I don't shop there.
Oh yeah. I get that for my card stuff. Because Michael's is awful.
So when she makes her handmade cards, she goes into Hobby Lobby.
Well, they're
What's
second.
wrong with Michael's?
Michael's doesn't have a good selection. Hobby Lobby is like, they have everything there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was not at no Chick-fil-A. Where was I at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, eat chicken nuggets, grilled chicken nuggets.
I don't eat no motherfucking meat.
With the Chick-fil-A sauce and the Polynesian. Come on.
When was I just at Chick-fil-A? I couldn't.
How tall am I? I'm 5'10", I think. Yeah, 5'10". Yeah, see? TSB says, yeah, Hobby Lobby is a place. Now, Tiffany, where do you go? You go to one in Laurel? Girl, we have to go together.
They said I bought some fries. They said I was there a few weeks ago.
See?
Okay, keep me honest. They said you got fries and a half and half. Don't forget. Look, they said you got fries and your Polynesian sauce. That's right, I was there. Right after the Alabama comedy show.
They know what you do.
Baby, listen, I'll be like, I don't remember that. That's like one time I got locked out over at 227, my old place. And they were trying to remind me of something. Like, you remember that night you got locked out? I said, I didn't get locked out. They're like, you did get locked out. And all these comments started coming in. They're like, that night you got locked out and you was banging on that lady's door. I'm banging on the front door and that lady had to come up. I said, oh my God, I forgot all about that.
So you went to Chick-fil-A, niece?
To get fries, yeah.
So it's okay for you to do that?
No, it is not.
Okay. So
But
why did you do that?
Because I didn't want to go into a hypoglycemic fit.
So you can go to Wendy's?
There was no Wendy's in the area.
Oh, okay.
And Wendy's doesn't have Polynesian sauce.
They do not.
They don't have Polynesian
They have
sauce
honey mustard.
or waffle fries.
Honey mustard.
Right. And yeah, they don't have those things. Oh my God. That is too funny.
Get them together.
Okay, pull me together.
Mhm.
Oh, I got Patreon for you guys as well. I'm gonna upload after we do the live when Dr. Young first got here. So I got some Patreon to upload for you guys. Those of you that are signed up.
Subscribers.
Yes, those of you that are subscribers, those of you that are actively subscribed. Yes, they're gonna keep a receipt. Okay. One thing for certain, two things for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's the receipt to what?
No, that she sent a super chat. Thanks for the super chat. She sent $1.99 through YouTube.
Oh, is that what that means? Okay.
But they usually do that when they try to get my attention so I can see it.
Oh.
Like if they put a little note in there. She said, honey, we keep the receipts.
Oh.
Right. Because I surely did forget about that. Excuse me. Hey, Kiana. Hey, girl. Hey. Listen, when I say these one-on-ones are coming on through here.
Oh, yeah. He had one today.
I had one today for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Good luck and good night. I got 2 for this week. I got one on Tuesday. And the other one that's scheduled, she paid for it, but she hasn't scheduled it yet. So she was like, she'll let me know. But if you want to do a one-on-one, definitely email me through my website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com, or just go straight to bookthewriter@gmail.com. And, you want to talk about your relationship.
They can talk about anything with you.
Anything.
And it's confidential.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you do it like a Zoom?
Yeah, it's right here. It's just
Okay.
that I don't go live. It's right through here. And I'll send you the link. And then, we sit and we talk. Oh, in fact, I got 2 on Tuesday. I have 2 on Tuesday. And then the other one, she's going to let me know when she wants to do it. So, yeah,
That's
I've been
nice.
spacing them out and lining them up. But,
so when is the next book coming out? Book.
What's that?
Craig the Writer.
I don't know. I have some things have been kind of floating around in my mind, like in the past day or so, but I don't know if it's a book.
Okay.
For me, I'm really, 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 really looking forward to filming this TV show, which of course wouldn't happen until the new year, because everything pretty much shuts down in entertainment around this time of year for the holidays.
Okay.
Because you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So we're not going to start filming until next year, but I'm really looking forward to filming.
And it's going to be here?
It's going to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you film, is it every day? And is it like 12-hour days, like how they make it seem like?
So when we filmed before, we filmed 2 episodes that day, and it was an 8-hour day. So I don't know what the film schedule will be, going forward.
Okay.
I don't know how that's going to be, because we'll be filming for a whole season. So I don't know if they're going to film 2 in a day. Yeah, I don't know how they would do it.
And so a season will consist of every day you guys have the show, or is it once a week, or how often?
That's the other thing we still don't know yet. We don't know if it will be a daily show or if it'll be a weekly show.
Okay. And what network?
That part we don't know yet
Okay.
either.
Okay.
Yeah. So
to be determined. To be announced.
Now to be
I like the word. I like the title though.
outspoken. I love it too. I really part of me wants it to be like a daily show, but I think that might be too much.
Yeah. Well, how you gonna do your one-on-ones and all this?
Well, because once we film them, they're filmed, and then
that's it.
Yeah, then I have time to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I would have time.
So do they give you the topics, or do you and Derek?
Oh, Derek and I came up with the topics.
Every single topic on the show you guys come up with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, because I mean, for me, like, yeah, you all bring in the guests who you all want to bring in, but like, I think it's important that we decide what those conversations are going to be about, because we're the ones that have to have the conversation.
Right.
So you can't come to me talking about what you want us to talk about if we don't find it interesting.
So is it not scripted?
No.
Okay.
Now they'll script like the opening. Welcome to Outspoken. Like they might open, have the opening or they'll have the closing, but everything in between, it's just us talking.
Okay.
And they'll have the guest name up there, like for us to introduce them or something like that. Yeah, up on the teleprompter. But other than that, we just talking.
Do you have people that you want to talk to or interview that you've already?
Billy Porter.
I'm sorry.
Billy Porter. He was on Pose.
I never watched that show.
Let me show her who.
Sorry.
He goes to the Emmys all dressed up and.
Oh, I've seen him before. Yeah, I just didn't know that was okay. Oh, look at that. That is fabulous.
So I would like to have him. I would like to have Don Lemon, because I really want to ask them. So, was it your intention to date outside of your race, or was that just who happened to come and that's just who you happen to love? You know, because they're both married to white men. And so in the Black gay community, and this is what I would say, in the Black gay community, it is, you know, the perception is that you all sold out and you all went.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You all sold out and went and married white men.
So in the Black communities, would it
The Black gay community.
Would it
Queer.
be that Black men are the first option? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
They went.
No,
Okay.
they're no longer, they're married to, they dated and are married to white men. So it's like, why did you go and get successful and then turn around and go and date somebody white? Was it just because, you know, now part of the answer for Don Lemon, I think I know, because I heard him say it on Red Table Talk. And that was because once he got to a certain point in his career, there were a lot of Black successful men there, but they just weren't out. And he wasn't interested in being closeted.
Okay.
So that's a real thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, so just, I want to have different conversations like that. And, you know, but I also want to do a conversation. Well, I ain't going to give it all away, but there are different topics because I don't want nobody else trying to turn around and do it
Right.
on their little web show. On their little
on their little.
Well, you know, like on my little YouTube show. You know, like I don't want anybody trying to go and do, you know,
Stealing my thunder.
Right. So anyway, yeah, so yeah, there are different things that I want to talk about. So anyway,
I think that'd be good.
So yeah, I don't know if I really want to write a book. I don't know if that's coming. Oh, and they saying Wanda Sykes, she's another one that's, you know, she went to Hampton. She graduated from Hampton.
Yes, I knew somebody that was
what?
friends with her.
A woman?
Mm-hmm.
A lesbian?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know her?
You might.
Text it to me.
I don't want to be saying all that.
I ain't gonna say
This
it.
was before she came out.
I want to see it. Text me. She on your Facebook? Wanda Sykes is older than us. What you talking about?
I know this.
Let me pull her up. I want to see who this is. But yeah, so Wanda Sykes is married to a white woman. And I'm not saying that you can't date outside of your race. I'm not saying that at all. But, you know, from what I know about Don Lemon, he's always been. Oh. They dated? Where?
In California.
Oh, really? Oh, well, she's Black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As in Connie Chung, Craig Chung. Okay.
Oh, yeah, don't let he bullies me. You know.
Have you talked to her?
I'm not in a while. I mean, text, you know, maybe like once or twice.
She still lives in California?
She still lives in California.
Did you want to show them your glasses?
Oh, my glasses. They see it on Patreon, right?
But they ain't, everybody on here ain't on Patreon.
Oh, okay. See how cool this is?
Did you want to explain to them why you got this? And we're not promoting the brand because that ain't.
You can't say that? Well, because I kept losing them. When you had the little chain and then, you know, patients would come and they would hug me and then my glasses would be all messed up. And so I saw someone with these glasses and I was like, OMG. Of course, my kids hate them. But I've had this pair for 5 months. So I'm saving myself some money. Click. I wish the frames were a little bit bigger because they do look, you know, kind of old lady like. But what do you think?
And how many colors do you have of these little glasses?
I only needed one. This is the only one I have. Blue. Do they like it? They don't like it, probably. See, somebody said.
Somebody said I need those.
Click. Amazon.
How much are they?
I think it's like $40.
What, they little readers?
Yeah, readers.
So they don't have medicine in them.
I think you can get them with medicine, but I didn't need to investigate that because I only need readers.
Somebody said a few of my doctors wear those.
And they have the ones that click in the back, but they're magnetic glasses.
Robin Roberts is married to a white woman as well.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She is. And again, I'm not saying that you can't date outside of your race. I'm not saying that at all. But the perception in the Black queer community of Billy Porter, Don Lemon is that they only dated white guys.
Now, can you explain the word queer? Like,
it could be trans, it could be gay, it could be bisexual,
okay.
Right? I usually just say gay, but I have to learn to be more inclusive because there are trans people that are watching. And then as I go into doing Outspoken, I don't want to just be speaking from the perspective of a Black gay man.
Right.
I want to speak, in some instances, from the perspective of just queer people, period.
So queer is the broad
It's just
name.
it's the whole thing.
Okay.
The whole gamut, the whole umbrella.
All of the letters. Queer. Got
Right.
it. Okay.
Right.
That's good.
And RuPaul. RuPaul's married to a white man. Mm-hmm. And a lot of his team is white. Like over there at World of Wonder and. Mm-hmm.
And he's still fabulous. Oh.
What?
You don't think so? You didn't agree.
Oh, Shaun T is another one who has a white husband and twins.
Oh, yes. That's Mr. Workout Man.
So it's almost like Todrick. Todrick is another one.
I don't know who that is.
It almost just feels like the Black gays that really, make it end up with somebody white.
Right.
But not even just that they end up with somebody white. It's just like they seem to be so whitewashed. Now, Billy Porter is the one exception out of those, because he does speak about his Blackness a lot. But this is just my opinion. From my perspective, when he does speak to Black people about his Blackness, like he'll speak at different award shows and stuff like that, to me, he sounds like he's speaking from a place of hurt. It's almost like he's lecturing Black people about how he was treated in the community and how he was this and I understand, but it's almost like it's always coming from a place of like
bitterness.
Bitterness and lecturing, like being didactic.
And what about Don Lemon? What do you think about him? You think he's whitewashed too?
Yeah, child. Like, listen, all he dated was the white boys around here in Atlanta when he lived here. Yeah, I used to work with this little restaurant over in Virginia Highlands. And one of the waiters there was a little white guy. Don Lemon came in a couple times and he liked him. And the little white guy told me, he said, yeah, he comes to the Heretic, which is a white gay bar. He used to come to the Heretic all the time. He said he likes all of the white guys. And he said he really liked him, this guy that I used to work with. But he wasn't interested. Because Don Lemon had a long-term partner, the man he's married to now. So, did I just kind of say that on live?
You did.
Well, that's why I said, which I understand. I understand that that's Billy Porter's walk. But still, it's like there's a way to get your point across to Black people about what you experienced growing up being Black and being gay without sounding bitter and without sounding like you're teaching or trying to be didactic.
Yeah. There's always a way to say things.
Right.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, I think sometimes, to me, that hurt translates to him not wanting to have anything to do with Black community. Right. So yeah, he dips in and says what he has to say, but it's almost like that's all he really wants to do with y'all.
And then as far as me engaged.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I'm just telling you what happened with me, and this is what y'all need to work on. Right. And that's it. I was gonna say, like, from my perspective, and I didn't want to do this, but since I kind of put it out there, but it's like me. I've experienced some of that similar stuff that he talks about, but the way that I approach Black people is very different. Yeah. Because I understand it ain't all Black people that treated me like that. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I can't say that I was treated the way he was treated, but I understand what it's like to be called a sissy, fag, and a punk when you're a kid, and you're just trying to be a kid. Yeah. You don't really understand that. So I don't take that personally. Like, I'm not walking around upset with all Black people or feeling like, fuck them people, they ain't never did nothing for me. And you got a lot of Black folks whom I could name, but I'm not, but who really do feel, that I've had conversations with, who really do feel like I don't really owe anything to Black people. Like, Black people don't have anything to do with my success. It was white folks that helped me, not Black folks. Black folks always try to hurt me, you know, and I don't see it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That's sad.
It is. But at any rate, I think that's all I really wanted to say. Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about? I'm going to go ahead and upload this Patreon for you guys. And you guys have an amazing Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday.
You want to say a prayer for the people on the way out?
No, go to Jesus on your own. What's your question, Will Kim? I was gonna say, if you're dreading going to work tomorrow and you already like, oh my God, I got to find me another job. Once this live ends, get on Indeed.com, find you something else, because life is too short to be going to a job that you don't want to be bothered with.
This is true.
Amen. Yes. Thanks for the feed
You're
advice.
welcome.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, should I tell you my thing on Facebook? I got a new thing on Facebook. I can't log into my old Facebook account. Maybe somebody
And
can help me.
that's why I'm only on here, because Facebook has been cutting up with me lately.
So this is what? This will be on what? Live?
This is YouTube.
Oh, YouTube Live. Oh.
Yeah, this is just gonna be YouTube.
Oh.
I need you to unmute your Telegram private messages.
OnlyFans.
I don't have no OnlyFans. I have Patreon.
Isn't that
the sex thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be sex, but a lot of people. Do you have anything for fat feet? Mm-hmm. Diet. Less salt.
extra wide shoes?
Extra wide shoes.
Yeah. 4.
4? What you mean 4?
I mean, it's like 4D.
Oh, 4. Oh, okay.
They make those.
Oh, okay. Listen, you guys have an amazing night.
Not heavy ankles.
Heavy ankles, fat feet, and swollen elbows. Amen.
No, I used to say heavy ankles, heavy elbows.
Right. I have one dark toenail. What does that mean? Fungus, daughter.
Yeah.
Fungus.
And the best one to use over the counter if you're trying to use something would be Carousel. I recommend
Carousel?
that. Yeah.
And what is that?
It's like an antifungal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what? So it's not gonna clear it up.
No, but it'll make it look a little bit better. That's the best one that's out there.
Now listen, I was in the grocery store many years ago. I was in an international grocery store. Let me wrap this up with this story. And I did have a little fungus on my toe, on my big toe. And there was this Bayesian woman. That means she's from Barbados. There was this Bayesian woman in there, and I don't know how I got to talking to her. And she said, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. She said, you need to get you a piece of aloe. Get you an aloe plant. She said, you need to get that gel out of the aloe and put it on there as often as you think about it. If you're sitting at home, just put it on your toe. And I used to put it on my toe all of the time. But at the time, I was doing that. And somebody will come to that. I was doing that, but I was also putting tea tree oil on my toenail. Excuse me. And I had gone to the natural store down in Little Five, and they told me about this topical, not this topical, but this pill that I could take from the inside. So I was doing a few different things, but it wasn't until I started putting that aloe on my toe, and I would put a sock on it and go to sleep at
But
night.
you may have had a mild case.
I mean, I think it was a mild
But by
case.
the time they're talking about black toes,
Yeah, my toenail wasn't black.
That's called
please.
severe.
Yeah, and I was putting Vicks Vapor Rub on it. I was putting all of that shit on it.
Well, Vicks is not a cure. It does soften the nails. So
Right.
yes, people can use it to make it, more manageable.
How do you spell Curacao? Like that?
Yep, that's it.
Kerasal.
Yep.
And then it cleared it up. But like you said, I think mine was a mild case because
Yeah.
my toenail was not dark. Okay, so my doctor said it was my diabetes from my dark toe.
Well, yeah, diabetes does weaken your immune system, so your body doesn't fight off the bacteria that you may get So yes, diabetes can make your toenails, it's not really a cause, but it weakens your system so you can't fight it off. So
No, the guy had offered to suck my toenail years before that.
before the aloe treatment.
Correct. I've never heard about putting Vicks on your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably helped with your athlete foot too.
No, it doesn't do all.
Oh, it doesn't do anything.
It just softens. It penetrates, so it softens and it breaks up all the adhesions.
Yes, she's a podiatrist. Do you have any foot needs, Monquetta?
I like that name, Monquetta.
She looked like she got some feet problems.
Monquetta?
Monquetta.
You don't know shit.
Monquetta, let us see your toes,
Right.
please.
Let's do a what do you call it?
What?
Back in the school, you used to do you used to show things. What is it
Show
called?
and tell?
Yeah, show and tell.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, what's your hair care routine? They love your hair.
So usually at night I use curl activator. I get that from Walmart, and then I put water and I do I think it's called Soul Sheen. I drench it wet and I twist it up, and then in the morning I use the curl activator, and that's about it. So it's really easy. Go Walmart. That's the only place I can get it from. Curl activator helps hold the curls. Now they're a little dry, but anyway.
Are Birkenstock supportive shoes?
Yes.
What about an ingrown toenail? You need to go and get that cut out.
Yes.
You have to go and get
Ingrown toenails a little bit difficult to talk about. I mean, it depends on how bad it is. Sometimes you can take care of it on your own. But it is all about the way that you cut your toenail. And your shoes play a huge role too.
What got you interested in podiatry?
Well, I really wanted to be a pediatrician until after I graduated from Hampton. I went to South Carolina State, and I was.
Did I tell you that we went to Hampton together?
Yeah, you talked about learners, niece.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And so I shadowed a pediatrician for 3 months. When I say I was crying every day, I was like, I can't do this.
Why?
It was just emotionally taxing for me. And so I ran into this podiatrist, and I'm thinking, oh, Lord, I don't know about this. But something said, you just go give it a try. And I spent like 2 months with him, and I absolutely loved it. So.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a foot fetish. It's just, I just enjoy it.
Right. Okay. When you date, do you judge men by their feet?
No, I judge them by their shoes, though. Dusty run over shoes, I don't do that.
This is the girl that was wearing learners. Okay.
But my shoes were. You are such a hater. I wore learners for like two years, and then I wised up to the Hampton way. And,
Let me tell y'all something.
On my credit cards. Let's talk about that.
So we went down to Homecoming about 3 years. Was it 4 years ago? That was 2017.
Was it?
What was that picture you just sent me? You just sent me a flashback.
Well, it would have been 17, yeah, because it was the fall of, because we graduated in 98, so yeah.
What?
We graduated in 98, so it had to be 17. Because we were.
No, this was 2018.
We went to only 18?
Yeah.
Oh.
So this picture came up the other day as a Facebook memory. So there it is right there, October 27th, 2018. So you see her, now mind you, let me move myself out of the front.
No, put yourself in the picture.
Look at her on the grass with these boots on. She walking on, look, she got on a wine-colored leather skirt all the way down to the grass. Now this is a football game. So talk about trying to redeem themselves from when they were in school. I said, girl, where are you going? Look, she got a Chanel bag on her wrist. Girl, where are you going? Girl, this is
I came to show out.
This is a tailgating party. We're on the grass, niece.
It had been 20 years. People hadn't seen me.
The last time we had seen her, she was in Lerner. So she had to come back and try to redeem.
Back in those days, my senior year, I was wearing DKNY. I stepped it up a little bit. I was in DKNY, yes.
So then one of the events at the that weekend, she had on a whole ball gown. Ball gown. And we got to the party and they didn't have any seats for us.
No.
They sold tables. She goes and spends $300 on the table because she got to sit down. She got on this ball gown and these heels. I said, well, girl,
And my feet were hurting.
and I said, girl, we ain't got to get no table. I got to sit down. Girl, anybody tell you to come down here all overdressed? She thought she was going to the White House. She thought she was going to the White House. She went down there to let the girls have it, okay? When I tell you, I said,
we had a good old time.
girl, she's sweating bullets. She out there dancing, bang, sweating. Oh, look, and this is where she was wearing her wigs, too.
My wig was sweating.
Her wig was sweating. So this is, she had a wig on right here. Let me. You see, she put her middle finger up at whoever was taking this picture of us. So she had a wig on right here. But just a mess. I mean, Biggie and them came on. She dancing a hard gown, just wet. I said, Tasha. Well, when we left, she looked like she had had a good time. She didn't want to leave. I said, girl, you ain't gonna leave.
I didn't want to leave.
Child, the lights came on. It was time to go. I said, girl, it's time to go.
I was having a good time. It's been a minute because I don't get out much. As you can see, I don't get out much.
Somebody said, is she dating?
I'm not dating.
She wasn't playing, baby, okay?
No, it wasn't.
She was not playing. She had a good time and was trying to go back the next year.
It was so much fun, though.
It was fun.
Oh,
It
it just
was
was like
fun.
old times. And, of course, when Biggie comes on, you have to dance.
That's
to
right.
Biggie, I mean.
That was we had a
Oh.
time last night. Yeah, she is heterosexual. She is not into lesbianism. But at any rate, listen, you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Say your prayers. If you can get down on your knees and say your prayers, it's always best.
Let me live, niece. Thank you. Whoever said that.
Bye, y'all. I'm gonna upload the Patreon. Bye.
Wait a minute, I might be available.
I need Craig to make more lesbian and to make more lesbian and bisexual lady friends.
Oh.
That's what Sherelle said. Avonda says it too. She said, I need you to get some more lesbian friends.
Well, depending on who the person is.
Are you pansexual now?
I'm into energy and spirits and, vibes.
So what is that, pansexual?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the label means.
Well, that's why I say queer now, because it's
Oh, yes.
inclusive of pansexual, bi, gay, trans, non-binary.
I just go with the flow.
Right.
It's the vibes and the energy for me, really.
Since when?
Since recently, really. I mean,
Somebody said, oh, so she's open to it. Noted.
Yes, Amber J.
We are here for it.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Oh, wait, what happened? Don't be emailing me about her. Don't be emailing
It
me.
just depends on who the person is. I'm, up for conversation.
I'll put her information in the Patreon. No, I'm just playing. Don't email me.
Listen, no, I don't like to talk on the telephone. So as long as they can text, we're good.
You sure don't.
What is that?
That's that video playing.
Oh yeah, I'm not really a talker. I've gotten better with talking on the phone. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
She'll send the hell out of a voice note.
I
though.
will. Oh yes, Lord Jesus.
She'll send a voice note. Thank you for putting my P.O. box down there. Christmas is coming.
Oh, I didn't know. That's your new P.O. box?
That's the same one.
I never had that.
Yeah, because you always sent it to my house.
Okay. Yeah. No, but I have a podiatrist in Atlanta if you need one, and my girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget, merch is available over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. This sweatshirt is available there. Doubt means don't. Oh, yeah. Black man healing. We have black woman healing. We have
You have hats?
therapy is sexy. No.
Why not?
I had on my therapy is sexy sweatshirt the other day.
This is nice.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Does it
God.
wash well?
Mm-hmm. They do.
Okay.
What's your sign? She's a Libra.
No, I'm not. I'm Scorpio. Wrong.
Oh, you're a Scorpio?
Mhm.
She just had a birthday. Oh, I thought you were Libra.
Mhm.
What you, October 27th? Oh, that's Scorpio.
Right on the money.
Well, but because I don't know where the signs end and begin.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio, so, and a true Scorpio with that.
They said, please recommend your podiatrist friend
Oh,
in
her
Atlanta.
name is Legina Mitchell Smith.
LaGina?
Legenia
Lagenia.
Mitchell Smith.
Podiatry.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, listen, you guys have an amazing night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.